This might be one of the realest videos I ever made. The topic for this video was inspired by a recent interview that I saw where the interviewer, a black man, was asking another black man what he thought about black celebrities not having their kids with them. Now, the question itself was about celebrities, but the man who was being interviewed took it upon himself to make it more so about black men in general and saying that black men in general don't take care of their kids. Black men in general are not good fathers, that they're deadbeats. Now, I want to give y'all a bit of background on myself. I'm 29 years old. My parents were together until I was about 4 or 5 years old. They split up. At that time, I went half the time with my mother, half the time with my father. It was a nasty court battle, and that's the way that it ended up at the end of it, all said and done. I say that to say, I'm also a father. I have 2 kids. One who will be 9 next month, and I have a son that'll be 2 towards the end of this year in November. Both of those kids I have joint custody of, meaning that I have them half of the time. The mother has them half of the time. So when I hear things like black men are not good fathers or that they're deadbeats, it's hard for me personally to understand that. It's hard for me to understand that because I'm a father who went through all the court battles, went through all the headaches, had to pray day in, day out to get me through that situation, to get me through, get me through court, get me through all of this so I can have my child. I'm one of those fathers who went and fought for their kids, who went the extra mile, who didn't come up with excuses to not be in their kid's life. Also, every man who I call a friend who has kids, they take care of their kids. Every single black man who I hang around, who I am associates with, they take care of their kids. It's just a given. It's something that it goes without saying. And I guess the reason why it shocked me to hear this out loud, because I don't understand how a man can just give up on his kids. I don't understand how a man can just give up on his seeds. I don't understand how you can produce something, produce a human being, and then just walk away and leave that small child to navigate this cold world all by themselves. I just don't understand it. This is coming from someone who has their kids half the time and whose friends are actively involved in their children's lives. Like I said, I might not understand how these men do what they do or why these men do the things that they do and leave their family and just leave these children out here all alone. I may not understand that, but I'm not naive either. I see that there are way more examples, and I'm going to be brutally honest in this video. There's way more examples of men, of black men, who are not in their children's lives. And I'm not saying that this is a problem exclusive to black men, but it is something that you see more often than not in the black community, where these men are just having sex with different women, having these babies and just leaving them out there. I'm going to say this, man, and I want this to go over nobody's head. It is a man's responsibility to take care of his kids. Period. There's a lot of dudes out here I know, man, that are horrible, horrible fathers. If you can even call them a father, because you have to be present in a child's life to even be a horrible father. And I've heard all kind of excuses from these guys of why they don't see their kids. Man, I ain't dealing with her. I don't want to deal with her. Well, they don't want to talk to me. They don't, man, you, and I'm talking to the men here. You have to be a man. When that baby comes in the world, you have to be a man. It's not about what she's doing. I can't stand when I hear a grown man say, I'm not going to see my kids because I don't want to deal with my baby mama. You know how ignorant that sounds? Or she won't let me. This is another one. She won't let me see my kids. Okay, you know what you do? If she won't let you see your kids, if y'all not together and she has the kid most of the time and she won't let you see the kid, then you go get visitation. You go down to court and you get visitation. And yes, it can be hard. Yes, it can be confusing. Yes, it can be stressful. Yes, it costs money. Yes, to do all this stuff, but it's all worth it. What else is more worth it than your children? All the pain, struggle, and everything. Money means nothing. Girls mean nothing. None of this stuff, cars, clothes, none of that stuff means anything if you cannot raise your kids, man. I'm making this video because, man, I see a lot of black fathers doing what they supposed to do. And I want to commend y'all, man. Y'all the ones that we need to be propping up. And I want people to talk more so about the ones who's doing what they supposed to be doing in their kids' lives, leading them on to be great people. Man, do you know how many dudes end up in prison, end up in bad situations because their father was not there, because their father wasn't there in their life, so they had to follow another man. They had to follow another kid who's their age. So they're 15, 14, younger than that, 8 years old, looking up to somebody who is in their classroom because they don't have a male role model at home, because daddy was so selfish, so selfish. He could only think about him, and he left his child. You know how detrimental that is for a child to know that their father left them? The hardest job in the world, is being a single mother. Especially when you're trying to raise a young man. It's the hardest job in the world. Now, it's hard if you have a daughter as well, because you still have to do all that by yourself. You have to be the alpha, the omega. You have to do everything in your house. You have to take care of your house. You have to take care of your kids. I have no respect for men who create life in this world and then turn their back on it. I don't want to, go on too long with this, man, but I'll be honest with y'all. When I saw that video, it really pissed me off. It truly pissed me off. And it didn't piss me off what he said, but more so that what I knew he was saying was right. I challenge every black man to be a father. If you've been a deadbeat all the way up to this point, and then for some reason God brought you to this video, and you see this video, please, man, start doing right. It's never too late to start doing right, but don't wait for your kid to come to you. Don't expect them to come and start up a relationship with a complete stranger, because that's exactly what you've been to them for however many years of their life. You have to make an effort. You have to know that you are doing this for your kids. And now some people ain't even going to get this. Some men are not going to get this. And you know why? Because they're lazy. They have no discipline anyways. Everything else isn't even going right in their life. They can't keep nothing straight. So the last thing on their mind is taking care of their kids, because they can't even get the rest of their life right. And it all starts with you. It all starts with yourself. If you had an absent father, it's not about how you was raised and this and that. Because I know guys who didn't have a father in their life, and they're awesome fathers. I know guys who had their father in their life, their whole life, and they deadbeats. They not around their kids at all. So it's not necessarily about how you raise. It's about what kind of person are you. Are you going to be a man? Or are you going to be a little boy? I don't want this stereotype on black men about how we don't take care of our kids, because there's a lot of black men out here doing what we're supposed to be doing, and we don't say nothing about it. We don't want no pats on the back. We don't, none of that. We just do what we gotta do, and we keep it moving, man. We do it because we know we're supposed to be doing it, man. I hope this video touched somebody, man. If you a chick dealing with one of these dudes that's not taking care of their kids, man, no mercy on them, man. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Because if he's not taking care of his kids, man, he shouldn't even be breathing. I'm gonna keep it 100. Now that sounds drastic to some people. Oh, he got a doctor. No, man. What else are you doing? What are you here for as a man if you're not going to take care of your responsibilities, if you're not going to take care of your kids, if you're not going to leave them something, if you're not going to teach them how to do better than what you did, then you just worthless, man. And that's straight up and down how I feel. Now, if you feel some type of way about it, whatever. You feel some type of way about it. But I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it 100. Once again, man, hats off. Salute to any man out here doing what he's supposed to be doing, taking care of them kids, raising them kids right so they can have a life that you didn't have. That's what it's all about, man. 502 King Paul. Hey, real quick, before I let y'all go, If you like this video, anything I said in this video, 1 point caught you, go down below this video, drop a like. It's going to help out. It's going to make sure that I continue to push out this content, that this content gets out to more people. It really, really helps y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all made it to the end of the video. You're a real one. 502 King Paul, I'm out of here.